Yeah. Hey! Yeah. Yo, the now has just begun. The now has just begun, yes. And it's only for a moment. Said it's only for a moment, yeah. The now has just begun. The now has just begun. And it's only for a moment. Said it's only for a moment. Wagwan people. What is popping with the population right about Nizar? This is your brother from another motherland. MIKEL MIKEL the energy, the world changer. And I'm here today to talk to you about heaven. About heaven being your right and your responsibility. Hold on, let me make sure this thing. Yeah, I want to make sure that, because I don't know what's been happening in the universe right now, but the energy around us has been messing up the technology, right? And so sometimes I think I'm on live and I'm not. Sometimes I think this shit is recording, but it's not. But we're gonna make it work anyway. But guys, much love wherever you are, watching now or later, listening in the future or the present tense, man. I want to welcome you to a new day. I want to congratulate you on waking up. I want to congratulate you on following your spirit, even the little list you have, by waking up this morning, by being inspired to move, by being empowered to open your eyes and see another day and have another opportunity at this thing we call life, this complex mechanism we call life, this weird labyrinth of an existence that we call life. I want to congratulate you for making the choice, right, of waking up, for listening to the indwelling God within you and waking up this morning. Now, as you wake up, guys, and you understand that it is your right to wake up, also a privilege to wake up, knowing the fact that millions of people today lost their lives and tomorrow will lose their lives. So in this present moment, you are listening to me. You are either watching me or hearing me via audio cast, and you are here right now. So your privilege of life and also your right to life should be led by the question, what am I here to do? What am I here to bring into existence? What am I here to make manifest with my unique genetic code? I want to remind you guys that there's 7.5 billion plus people in the world. And in this abundant and vast universe that we exist in, you, as a cell in the body of this universe, are still a unique creature. There is no one on this planet Earth that is shaped, designed like you. Some similar, yes, some similar, but no one exactly like you. So I want to ask you the question, what do you feel like your life has been put into existence for? You have here the edge of your fingertips, right? A unique pattern, a unique shape, a unique design, right? That says you are unique, that says you are special, that says you are one of a kind. So this is an indication at the edge of your fingertips that you are here to think things, create things, will things into existence that has never been before. You are one of the only creatures in creation that can do that can will things into existence, will things that were just a figment of a energetic imagination. You can bring it into material and tangible reality. my G, my Natalie, my love. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me, yeah? Now check this out, man. What are you here to do? Too often we're looking at other people for validation. Now I get it. I'm not saying don't look at other people. It's a natural thing. You have eyes to look at other people. But don't look at other people for what they can give you, for what they can do for you, or how they can validate you, or how they can make you feel better. Find your paradise, find your heaven, find your value, find your usefulness in how you serve those people. Yeah? You see someone in need, an old lady crossing the road, help her with their shopping. Simple as that. You see a friend who is suffering from a, mental illness, and you have a perspective that you know that can add value to that person's way of thinking. Help them. You understand? You have a beautiful way of writing. You are skilled in language. You are skilled in crafts. You are skilled in communication. You are skilled in psychological engagements. You are skilled in logical pursuits. You are creative. Whatever it is, guys, you have psychic abilities. Yes, whatever it is that you have acknowledged in yourself, find new places to make that gift useful. The issue is not that we are useless. The issue is not that we have no value. The issue is that we have not found value in the things that we were born and gifted to do. Every single part of you has value. From your brain to your bosom, from your penis to your ovaries, from your heart to your backside, to your from your elbow to your armpit, from your ears to your earlobe, to your nostril, to your bottom lip. Every single part of your being has value and can be used as a tool to create that which you want to come into existence. How does your lips have value? Well, I don't think I need to tell anyone how their lips have value, because anyway, you're gonna bring out the nasty, yeah? But even a smile, yeah? The fact that you can smile at somebody and change the way they experience life or experience their now is an indication on value. This is why all I constantly talk about, yeah, is an exchange of energy. This live is led by this mantra, and I want you guys to look at this. Heaven is my right, and heaven is my responsibility. That's what this is. Everything I'm talking about is all about this. Because we have reached a point now in life where we are all asking ourselves, what do we want from this existence? We are all asking ourselves, who am I? What am I here to do? Is the way that I am bad? Is the way that I express myself bad? These people say it's bad, but I see it as a part of me. Well, what can I find use for the way I am? There may be a certain way you express yourself that some people don't like. There may be a certain way that you view life and view yourself in life, or the way that you relate with other people that some people don't agree with. That's fine. All it is, your only duty is to find value and a use for the way that you've acknowledged that you are. Does that make sense? A story that I like to jump to, because I'm a huge Disney fan. Forget their, evil corporation deeds. But as storytellers, they tell the most amazing stories. And as a guy with huge imagination, I love when my imagination is encouraged. Look at Hercules, yeah? Everyone knows the story of Hercules, hopefully. This was a young man who was born with a tremendous power, yeah? He was given tremendous power. He could lift up buildings with his bare hands, yeah? He could move cars with just a simple push, right? He can carry human beings that were 4 times his size, yes? He had tremendous power. And if you remember the film Hercules, yeah? what happened is, all throughout his childhood, that power that he possessed was constantly criminalized and demonized. It was people constantly made him feel inferior for the power that he possessed. Are you listening, African people? Yes? He was constantly made to feel inferior for the power that he naturally possessed. Everyone used to take the mickey out of him, yeah? And called him Destructo Boy because of the power that he naturally had. Even when he wanted to be just normal. Are you listening, African people? Even when he wanted to just assimilate to what the other people in society did. Love you, I love you, Melo. Even when he wanted to just assimilate and be like all the other kids. Because in flesh, he looked like all the other kids. But there was a glow that he had that made him just a little bit different. But again, he constantly looked at himself like, I'm nothing but evil. I'm cursed with this power. I'm cursed with this ability. And this ability is doing nothing but causing pain and grief in my life. Well, what happened? We all know how the story ended. Yeah? We all know how the story ended. He became a hero. Yes? And he became the most famed individual amongst his community. Well, what happened? Hercules did not accept who he was until he walked the path of his natural self. Meaning, he didn't appreciate his power until he stood in a place where he saw that his power was relevant. So it wasn't until he went to the temple of the gods. Are you listening, African people? It wasn't until he went to the temple of the gods and spoke to Zeus himself. And Zeus told him, God told him, you are my child. Go out there and seek a helper who can help you harness, not degrade, not condemn, but harness that which you have been birthed with. Are you listening, African people? Go out there and find a helper, a guide who can help you identify the use and the value for the power that you naturally have. Not where you're condemning it, not where you're trying to hide it, not where you're trying to lower it down just in case someone else doesn't like it, not where you're trying to suppress it because this isn't normal where you currently live. Do you know? Are you listening, African people? Because a lot of you, after I say this shit, you lot are going to go and watch this film with a new different eye. It's one of my favorite Disneys because I relate with it absolutely. Do you know that Hercules, in the community that he grew up in, yeah, was not indigenous to the place that he was in? Do you not remember that Hercules was stolen from his original home and was dumped in a strange and foreign place amongst people who had similar qualities to him but were not quite him? And just like the ugly duckling, when you are amongst a group of people or in a society that is absolutely alien to who and what you are going to constantly feel as if you are inferior because you look around and nobody is like you. You look around, no one is like you. You look around, everyone is different. You look around and you just can't fit in to what other people see as normal. Are you listening, African people? It wasn't until Hercules sat with God himself and God said, "You are indeed my child." That's when Hercules found it in himself to go out there and seek, instead of condemning himself, but go out there and seek value in what he was born with, which is the power of God. That's what Hercules was born with. And I will extend to you, my human family, you have been born with tremendous gifts that will help you reach your God-like state. Your gifts, your natural abilities, your natural inclinations are not to be condemned, are not to be thrown away as if they are a piece of fodder attached to your being. Your natural gifts, your skills, your divine qualities that you see as trash because of your social environment, because of the system that you keep plugging yourself into, who has consistently shown you that they want to degrade you. Your gifts are to be used to help you master this flesh and help you reach Christ-like existence. Are you following me? I'm gonna tell you as my living experience, family, my living experience, my living. I do not talk about things that I do not live. My living experience, family, is this. I saw no value in myself until I lived a life that reflected my natural inclinations. Like, MIKEL has a natural inclination to want to perform for people. I have a natural inclination to want to intimately connect with human beings of all orientations. I have a natural inclination to want to create things that have never been existed. Watch this. I have a natural inclination to seek attention. I am the child who was an attention seeker. But luckily for me, I had the family that always encouraged expression. Because someone like me, watch this, listen, because this is what a lot of young black males suffer from. And young black females. And look, just young people in general. But my community go through it the worst because of lack of expression. A lot of the young people that go into criminality, that go into frivolous activities, where they constantly are expressing themselves on the negative side of their energy, they have been suppressed so much, that's the only route for them. So if you're a parent and your child has gone down that route, you should take absolute responsibility for that. Absolutely. Yes? Now check this out. If I did not have room to express myself as a child, meaning shout, run, sing, create from the darkness of my mind, not just, oh, here, do what we tell you, but go on, MIKEL, take this and bring back something new. That was how my parents talked to me. That's how my mother talked to me. That's how my father talked to me. If I did not have that, I promise you, I would be a criminal. Because if someone like me was suppressed, I believe there would be people that would be dead. Because energy cannot die, it's transferred. So if you think about how my energy is this way, think about it on the other side. I would be a killer. Do you understand? Because life is life. Giving life and taking life often have the same processes. So what I'm saying, family, is this. Please, instead of waking up and condemning yourself for how you are, instead of waking up and saying, oh, I'm shit at this, oh, I don't do this like these people, I don't look like these people, I don't carry myself, and we're all guilty of that. Instead of doing that, find value in the very thing that you are. Yes? Instead of looking for drugs to suppress what you are, find creative outlets to express what you are. I don't need drugs. I don't need anything but a clean vessel to get me high. If I dance, I'm high. If I create, I'm high. Does that make sense? Yes? In fact, I take weed to calm me down, not to get high, to simmer me down. Sometimes I put some weed in my food. I cook with the oil, just so I can, especially in the evening times, like a dinner, if I have it, I'll make some oil with it, just to relax. And now help go into meditation and read and write. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes, I don't always do that, but sometimes I do, because I've got so much on my mind. I'm constantly high. I wake up like this. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't need anything to take me out. I drink chamomile, I drink green tea and jasmine, which also offer a very calming and sedative like feeling. I burn incense again to help me calm my mood, because I am naturally very high, because I'm always in a creative spirit, always creating, always wanting to bring something to life. Like I said, family, there are 7.5 billion people in this world. My question to you is, what are you going to do with the unique existence that you have been given? You are here right now. You are here now. Do something that's going to make you look back and go, "Rah, Tid, that was me." Do something that's going to make you look back and go, "Wow, I did that shit." You feeling me? And you're going to be so proud of yourself, man. Take the risk, whatever the risk means. Life is a risk. You think it wasn't a risk? Your mother giving birth to you, your mother could have died. Some people's mother died at birth. How about that? Yours didn't. And now you're here complaining about bringing creativeness into existence. And I'm guilty of that too, man. I doubt myself, but we have to look at life as plain and simple as it is sometimes, and not overcomplicate it. Are you feeling me, family? Everything you need is within you now. Let that be a mantra for the day. Go, look in the mirror, or fuck the mirror. Do you even need a mirror? Close your eyes, because our image can scare. Close your eyes, sit down and say, everything I need is within me now. Do me a favor. Next time you're writing or journaling, write down every quality about yourself that you don't like. Follow me. Write down everything about yourself that annoys you, that people said is a nuisance, that people find to be bad, or that you find to be a blocker of you. Write it down on one side. Then I want you to draw a line to the other side of the paper and write down how you can convert those things that you have seen as debilitating qualities, and start to see how you can use that as enabling, habilitating qualities. Are you following me? For example, yes, MIKEL, I get distracted very easily. That is a quality that I've always since I was 2-3 years old in nursery, that on every school report is MIKEL gets distracted easily. And so I would write that down as something that is a negative thing about me. Now, how do I convert being distracted very easily to something that empowers me? What do? I work on multiple things at a time. So when I get distracted from one thing, all I do is jump onto another thing that's going to empower me. And then another thing that's going to empower me. For example, this is why I have so much creative outlets. I have a live every morning. Yes, my live. I have to download this live, upload it into audio, and then distribute it for my podcast at a later date. I also have a studio where I go and make music. When I'm not making music, right, I am planning for the Village Link Up event that we're doing in Kenya in December, and you are all invited. Go to the page. So when I'm not doing these things, I can never be bored because I have multiple, and it means that it allows me to stay healthy consistently, because I ain't got time for no one who comes into my life who's taking me off these things. So when I'm not doing music, yes, I'm seeing clients. When I'm not seeing clients, I'm writing. Not even lyrics, just writing, yeah? When I'm not writing, I'm reading. When I'm not reading, I am meditating. When I'm not meditating, I am working on my business called the Village Link Up, that takes Africans in the diaspora to Africa for experiences. When I'm not doing that, I'm engaging with another creative about things that we can do to help us both prosper. So like I've got an event happening in Nairobi from next month called Cheza Rojo. It's an event dedicated to inspire people to dance, to move, to just let themselves free through movement and expressing themselves. I got a live band, I got dancers, I got myself performing, I got a DJs coming back to back. These are all things that so the fact that I get distracted very easily, it means that I have the power and capacity to work on multiple things at a time. That's how I have empowered myself. Yes? Does that make sense? So now, you think of things that you see as negative. Yes? You think of things that you see as stuff that gets you down, or stuff that is going to hold you back, and see how you can convert those things to things that are going to empower you and your life. You following me? Hey! Yo fam, big up man. I'm feeling a vibe today. I feel good. I just want to dance every morning. Dancing is prayer, you know. Eat food, eat fresh food, eat food that still has its electricity, that is not dead, because you know, when you pray over such food, it reflects in your body, in your being. Yes? You lot following me? Yes? Meat is dead, so it cannot empower you. Yes? Unless you just killed it. Problem with most of the meat that we eat is it's been sitting in the supermarket for weeks in the fridge. Your ancestors ate meat, yeah, but check this out. They killed the meat they ate. Not only did they kill the meat they ate, they raised the meat that they ate. They had a relationship with the goat, with the lamb, with the chicken. They knew that chicken's life. That chicken knew it. So they had a relationship. So when they slaughtered that and prayed as the blood dripped from the body, they was now inheriting their prayers through the blood that they were soaking up. You want to eat meat? You better go and get ritualistic with the way that you eat. And most of us are so far removed from that life that we need to go back to basics. Planting, which now I'm trying to do. Yeah, planting and eating things that are still alive. Fruit, vegetables, raw. Yes, or if you're cooking it, don't burn it to a pulp. Yes? Let's start having a beautiful relationship with the life, because it's all energy. It's all energy. The food you eat is energy. The music you listen to is energy. The person you talk to, who you're having sex with, is energy. You better mind who you're having sex with. You better mind who you're having sex with. You better mind who you're spending your intimate time with. Listen, if talking to someone can strip you of your energy, imagine having sex with the wrong person. You gotta value yourself more than that, fam. If you find yourself being sexually obsessed, you are not creative enough. You're not creative enough. And there's nothing wrong with having sex over and over again, but if you're out here, like, whether you're a man or woman, if you're out here having sex with this one, I don't see how that could be righteous for you. You tell me, if you're at peace with that, by all means, I'm not you. If you're at peace with that, that's absolutely cool. I have no right to tell you what you're shouldn't be at peace with. But if you're out having sex with multiple people at a time, because let's be real, we all have sex with multiple people, yeah? But if you're having multiple sex with people at a time and just sharing momentary energy with different people, see, it's different. I think it's different. If you found 1, 2, 3 people who you are like, can connect with on all levels that you having sex with, Monday, Wednesday, cool. But most of us don't curate our energy so specifically. We're just willy-nilly. So if you're having sex with this guy and you ain't talking to them, you have sex with this one and you see them once or twice, you can't show them the darkest parts of yourself. Why are you having sex with a person? Why are you letting someone plug into your dark space with physically if they can't even go there spiritually? If they can't open you up like that with words, with their breath, why should their body be allowed in? The body that contains their entire breath, the body that contains their entire waters, yes, the body that contains their entire intentions, their entire spirit. Because look, you are receiving my spirit through word right now, through the breath. Why? If I can't penetrate you like this with words, if I can't penetrate you with the spirit of my words, why do I deserve to put my physical being, which carries the entire spirit, into you? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. And that goes for all of us, men and women. All of us. We need to curate the people we have around us and be very intentional about the people that we have sex with. Very intentional. Very intentional. Ladies, sex is your right. But just like heaven, sex is also your responsibility. I hear a lot of women now today, yeah, it's my right, I can have sex with who I want. It's my body, I can have sex with who I want. Absolutely. But take responsibility for the way your life manifests after you open up your legs. Take responsibility. When you let a man inside of you, do not run after that man complaining about, oh, he ain't doing this, he ain't cheating, like, oh, see, men are shit. No, it's you. You let him in. You let him in. Unless it was forced, you let him in. Therefore, you have to take responsibility for what you allowed into your fucking house. So yes, walk with your chest high. Say, I am a woman. I can do what I please. My body, my rules. Big up to you, my sister. But don't you dare, in that acknowledgement of your entitlement to do with what your temple, what you want, don't you dare remove responsibility from that conversation. Because this world will mislead you into saying, yeah, take your rights, 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 take your rights. and then want to remove you from responsibility. So when you fuck up your life, you don't even want the rights no more. Take responsibility, man. I love sex. I love it. But I don't go around having sex with just any and anyone. I can't. It will literally, like, I've experienced how it kills me. And you know what? It's wild. It's not just the body. It's not just, like, the body is the most misleading thing in terms of spirit on earth. It's wild. The body is a crazy thing. Like, I've had sex. Like, I remember, I'm gonna share with you. Like, I remember having sex with this girl. Her beauty was astounding. Her body was crazy. Let me tell you, when I finished having sex, I went straight into the shower with extra scrubs. Not because she was unclean, not because she looked foul or nasty, but the energy I took away from that sexual experience, I was like, yo. And from that day, I learned a valuable lesson. Just because your eyes delight in this person does not mean your spirit will delight in them. You have to be able to discern the difference. I learned a valuable lesson that day, and I'm happy to say I've never made that mistake again. Nowadays, if a woman looks good, I leave them where I see them. Wow, you're beautiful. Bye. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's sexy. Done. It's finished from there. I don't want to know nothing else. You got a good body. Cool. Sexy lips. Cool. Hair did. Cool. Melanin popping. Cool. That's cool. But I'm not laying down with you until I can penetrate you. Not forget, you can penetrate me with your spirit. Because I can't allow you to disturb this temple. This temple is righteous. This temple is clean. This temple is looking for God. This temple is looking for Christ dwelling in me. I'm preparing this temple to harbor the most abundant of spirits, the most greatest of spirits, the most valuable spirits. So if you ain't on that level, I'm sorry. I'm a marvel at your vehicle from here. That's it. I can look and appreciate what God has done for your vehicle, but by no means am I allowing your spirit to penetrate me if you are not meeting me at the same vibrations. If you can only hit me on the lower end of my vibration, and you can't meet me, not even here, you gotta meet me here. If you can't meet me here, I'm sorry, this dick ain't for you. Because I'm gonna suffer, and you're gonna suffer, because you're not gonna truly get from me what you want. Does that make sense? Watch this. You can only vibrate with someone from the level that you're at, or the level that they're at. So guess what? You may see a great man, sis. You may see he's great, and you may see that he's so wonderful and he does so much powerful things, and you may think, yo, me giving up myself to this man is going to be the best thing. But I'm telling you, if you cannot vibrate at the place that you see him at, and the only thing you can connect with him on is the lower parts of himself, I promise you, I'm telling you this as me, like as MIKEL and me, like I'm telling you this, as me, I'm telling you, yeah, that you will only get what you vibrate at. So if you can only appeal to my lower vibrations, you will not get this part of me in a sexual experience, is what I mean. You will not get that. You will get that, and that's it. and you'll be very unhappy. I'll feel like I did myself a disservice. I'll feel devalued because I went into I gave my absolute life energy to someone who couldn't reciprocate it in spirituality. Like when a man has sex, he's literally dying. He's dying. He's dying to pour energy into you. If you can't reciprocate that, then you're gonna make me worse than when I met you. And I'm gonna make you devalue me in your eyes. Oh, he just used me. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the cycle that we get caught up in. Control yourself. And I'm not just talking to you. I'm looking in a camera that is a mirror. I'm talking to myself. Control yourself. Because you will experience hell. Do you feel me? That's what I'm trying to say to you, family. Like, we have to start saying that, look, once you've acknowledged your right as a woman, your right as a black person, your right as an African, your right as a human, whatever your rights you think are, take responsibility for what comes as a result of what you put out there. So if you want empowering sexual relationships, seek people who can raise your vibrations without touching you. Woo! I got a sip for that. Seek out people who can raise your vibrations without touching you. If you are always in need of a physical touch to raise your vibration, you need to look at yourself. If the only men you're relating with, sis, is men that need to physically touch you in order to elevate you, in order to make you feel creatively, aka sexually engaged, like if the only way a man can engage your life force energy is by touching you, then my sister, I want to submit that you are in danger. You are in danger, and you're going to put yourself in a position that you're not going to like. You're not going to like it. Because as you always state, you are more than your body. You are more than your vagina. You are more than your breast. You are more than your sexual reproductive system. You are also a spirit walking in flesh. A God in the part of a human. So you need to engage with someone who's going to go beyond you as just a female anatomy, but also as a divine feminine principle. A lot of women talk about divine feminine, right? And it's not how you dress. It's not how you wear your hair. These are products of that. But your divine feminine is how you use the energy that you've been given as a woman. If you are not relating with a man that can connect with you at such a level without touching you, then I believe from experience and from speaking and engaging with women very intimately, friends and all, that you are not going to be satisfied. You're not going to be satisfied. And if you are not someone who loves truth, you're going to seek to blame every man around you and not look at the decisions you have made that has led you to attract men of such caliber. You are going to constantly revolve the truth that is, men ain't shit. Black men don't want to take responsibility. No one wants to do that. They just want to use me. All they want is sex. No, all you give them is sex. All you have found value in is sex. So now you're getting what you're giving. This applies to everyone, but I'm talking to my sisters specifically right now. This applies to everyone, men included, but I'm talking to my sisters specifically because of the constant conversation that I hear. Your body, your rules. All I'm saying is take responsibility for what happens, regardless. Go out there. Look. Go out there. Do what you want. Have sex as much as you want. Drink. Take drugs. Sleep on the ground. Go camping. Go to church. Become a preacher. Strip. Be a pole dancer. Sell your body. Cover your body. Become a nun. Go celibate. Travel. Like, do what you think you want to do. But take responsibility for what happens during those choices. That's it. That's how you live your best life. Because what taking responsibility allows you to do is immediately, as things happen, you're constantly learning. As things happen, you're constantly reflecting. As things happen, you're like, oh, how did I do that? Good or bad? You're like, oh, this is amazing. How did I attract him? How did I attract her? Or, oh, how did I attract that? If you take responsibility, regardless of the decision you make, wrong or right, which is all subjective, you will know once you've made the choice and see what comes from the choice. You'll be like, okay, this is what I need to do now to either add more of that or to remove it from your life. Take responsibility. That's it. That is it. Guys, I'm so gassed right now, man. Thank you for joining me this morning, man. I'm just so gassed. A lot is going on right now. Too High to Go Hell, the Midnight Podcast will resume very shortly. If you are on my WhatsApp broadcast list, you are going to get a notification about that. I told you guys I've got a schedule. So every day of the week you'll be getting something different on the Too High to Go Hell podcast list. Let me see if I can find it on my phone so you can see it, what it's going to look like. Hold on. Bam. So this is the podcast. This is the schedule for the podcast list. Sunday will be the God Pod. It will be talks like this on various topics of inspiration. Monday, Too High Talks. It will be behind the scenes recorded audio conversations that I've had with friends, that I've had privately with inspirational people. Just conversations that, are usually kept behind the scenes. It's going to be banter, it's going to be serious, but it's going to be very fun and silly sometimes as well. Tuesday, Native Narratives. That is when my friend Natasha Samaya, she's going to be reading I was going to say scriptures. No, she's going to be reading verses from her favorite books on spiritual health. Wednesday's the prayer request, where I invite inspirational people to give you a powerful message to get you through the week and to help you think about your life. Thursday is going to be live consultations, where I will be going live on audio with people, helping them with their spiritual and mental health. So if you want to be one of those people, hit me up and we can set up a live phone call to do that. It's going to be absolutely free. Friday, Cesarrojo Vibes. Cesarrojo is a new thing that I'm starting, where it's going to be, I'm a music artist and I just want to express myself. It's just going to be audio of me, raw, uncut, studio expressions, vibes, and you're just going to have music that's going to help you meditate with movement. Meditation with movement. That's what Cesarrojo is about. High mixes and playlists, where I'm going to be sending out links to playlists and mixes from either my favorite DJs or people with absolute dope musical taste, where you can get to know new artists, new music that's going to also help empower you and your vibes. You lot following me? And that's it, guys. That's going to be the Too High to Go Hell podcast. As of next week, I said 1st of April, but I'm itching to just put stuff out right now. I can't even be bothered to wait and do things. I just want to put stuff out. So if you're on my WhatsApp broadcast list, you are going to get the first notifications. Too High to Go Hell is going to be available on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Anchor. It's also going to be available on Spotify, right? It's going to be available on everything, every platform that has podcasts, right? And all of that. Also, one-to-one mindset, spiritual health coaching. If you guys, I have clients all around the world. If any of you lot want one-to-one mindset coaching and to help you navigate your life and to basically create your heaven and understand what you need to do, hit me up, DM me, and we can do a consultation and get you started with some weekly sessions. Hit me up. That is what I do for a living. Also, this December, guys, as you can see from my Instagram, I am in the motherland. I'm in Kenya right now, and we are having an amazing time. I've put together a business that helps Africans throughout the diaspora and even locals themselves get more acquainted with Africa, get more acquainted with the culture, get more acquainted with the people and the society, to help give you the living experience of what it's like to be on the motherland. This December, from the 8th to the 15th, we are bringing people to Kenya for 7 days for an experience that will change your life and how you see yourself in life, that will make you fall in love with the motherland. So if you've been to the motherland, or you've never been, or you live here, this event is for you. Follow the Village Link Up page and holla at your boy. We have a few spaces left for everyone coming from outside of Kenya. We have a few spaces left. Put your deposits down now. Make a commitment. Let's go. You can go on my page and see what it was like, see the testimonies, see all the other years we've done it, and you ain't got no excuse. If you want it, come and get it. Guys, much love to you. Thank you for tuning in and giving me your energy and inspiring me to dig deep and give out mine. Peace in, man. See you guys tomorrow. Hoi, hoi, hoi.